Hi, I'm Joni Patry, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, today I want to talk about the month of May for all of you that are interested in knowing where Jupiter is going to be for you when it shifts into Gemini, because this is going to change everyone's perception, their world, and their life. So this is going to be probably the most interesting monthly predictions that I'm going to give for all the 12 signs for this one, where Jupiter will move into Gemini. Therefore, it's going to move into a different house and experience for you depending on your ascendant sign and your moon sign. Do not forget, it is so important to know your moon sign. In India, we actually look at the transiting planets first from the moon sign, not the ascendant. And so you may wonder, well, why? Because the moon represents how you feel about your life. And this gives another layer of importance of what your experiences will be. So one will not discount the other. It just adds and gives more information. So with that, before I get going through all 12 signs of the zodiac, I want to remind everyone to sign up for my free newsletter. Go to galacticcenter.org. While you're there, check out my Patreon page. You're missing out by not being part of this spiritual community. Then again, while you're there, or you can go to the website for the Galactic Planner. Go to galacticplanner.com. And with this, you will get all of your transits. If you're interested in listening to this as to where all the planets are relative to your natal planets, your birth chart, then you're going to want the Galactic Planner. It will give you all the predictions you need every day. And now we have the dashas included in it. There is no other calculation like this. It goes into your calendar on your phone or your computer, and every day you will know where the planets are relative to your birth chart. It's amazing. Go to galacticplanner.com. All right, so now we're going to get going. And here is another thing I want to stress. Do not be listening to your Western tropical sun sign. It's just not the correct thing. It's going to be wrong, period. So you can delude yourself all you want by listening to that, but it's wrong. If you want to know what's going to be happening for the month of May and throughout the next year with Jupiter being in Gemini, then you're going to want to look up your Vedic sidereal moon sign and ascendant. Now, if you have the Galactic Planner, it will have already given you your chart and given you what your ascendant is and what your moon sign is. You will have that. But if not, you can go to galacticcenter.org. That's my website. It has a free chart calculator. But do remember to scroll down to the very bottom where it tells you AS, that's your ascendant sign, or MO, that is your moon sign. Those are the two signs to listen to. So let's get going here. I have a lot to talk about because this is an enormous, exciting change for all of us. So what am I talking about? If you have an ascendant or moon sign in Aries, then this means that Jupiter, as it moves into Gemini, will be in your third house. The third house is the house of learning, education. You will be learning all sorts of new things. You will be reading books. You will be wanting to take classes. You will be so open-minded and interested in so many new things. The world in learning and education is exciting now. And let me remind you that Jupiter will be in Gemini starting May 14th, practically through June of 2026. So while it's here in your third house, you will find that you will have more closer connections to your siblings, your brothers and your sisters. Maybe you'll be visiting them because the third house is also the house of travels. So you'll be traveling more. possibly a lot of short trips. You might even find that you begin to commute by car a lot more, something you will be spending in transit a lot more throughout this year. Now, another thing that the third house deals with is communications, and this could be a time that you feel more compelled to begin writing your book, writing your stories, documenting things. And this is another form of learning, communications. You'll find you spend more time trying to communicate with people, going through emails, going through anything that connects you to other people, all your social media. There's just a fascination to connecting to others, talking more, communicating, learning more, traveling, connecting more with other people. And especially if you have brothers and sisters, you will find that this is a time that you connect more with them. If your moon sign or your ascendant sits in Taurus, then this means that Jupiter has just moved into Gemini, into your second house, May 14th, and will continue to be there basically around the time of June of 2026. While Jupiter's in the second house, you're going to find that you have a bigger, more expanded interest in making money. And guess what? Money will come to you a lot easier during this time. Furthermore, the second house is known to be the house of family and family matters. So people come together with more social family contacts. This is a wonderful, good thing, a healing for the family. And the second house deals with our voice. So you're going to find that maybe you become more vocal. You feel a sense in your voice, a power in what you say. And another thing is you may even begin speaking, doing some speaking engagements, speaking more, speaking to crowds, and or maybe if you like the arts, singing. Jupiter here could bring this out of you. Furthermore, if that's not your interest, let me just say, the second house deals with, it actually deals with our mouth. Therefore, you could get dental work done, you can make your teeth look better, and or what you eat. Just make sure you don't eat too much. Jupiter is a little bit about excess. But Jupiter here in the second house will be where you concern yourself with eating things of better quality. So improving your diet. Not overeating, improving your diet. That's Jupiter in Gemini in your second house. But more than anything, you're going to find that this is a time of prosperity and wealth. And remember, I'm talking about if you have a moon in Taurus as well as your ascendant. So all of these things ring true if you have your moon or your ascendant in Taurus. Now, if your moon or your ascendant sits in Gemini, oh my, this is a new beginning for you. It's like the world is opened up in a whole different way. You see the world from a different perspective because all of last year, Jupiter was in your 12th house, and that just cleared the way for something new. Now it's the bright new beginning. A new start, a new beginning, and you will be luckier, you will be more positive, and most of all, a new level of confidence that you haven't had before. Lucky, expansive opportunities are coming your way. This is fantastic. Remember, Jupiter begins its transit in Gemini. This will be May 14th. Through about June of 2026. And I just love Jupiter in the first house because it just makes you happy. Jupiter is about happiness and expansion. And when you have a sense of self and confidence, this is all really, really good. So I expect that you're going to even want to change your look, your hair, your clothing, your fashion, everything about you is going to have a new look and a new way and a new feel. This is a new beginning for you. Jupiter's in your sign. If your moon or your ascendant sits in sidereal Cancer, then this means that transiting Jupiter is moved to your 12th house. And the 12th house is a house of ending things, bringing things to a conclusion. All those things that you've been working on for so long that you never thought you'd finish, this is it. You will bring things to an end, a finish. This is completion. As a matter of fact, when Jupiter's in the 12th house, many times it deals with retirement. And so people end one thing, but of course, you know, the next year it's going to go into your first and begin a brand new thing. But for right now, it's about closure and endings and completion. But I'll tell you one thing that I have noticed when Jupiter's in the 12th house. It gives an incredible healing of past traumas and things that have caused you great pain before. All of a sudden, you're over it. It doesn't hurt anymore. You think about it and you think, you know, I'm ready to let that go. And you move on, and this is what transforms. Another thing is pay attention to your dreams. You will have very vivid dreams that will be giving you psychic, prophetic messages. Please take note and write down your dreams, because it's very important. These messages are real and true information that you definitely need. So everything from the past kind of comes up. You might even bring back people from your past, high school reunions, old friends coming into your life. And it's time to find this deep connection and heal all instances and things from your past while Jupiter is in the 12th house. But last but not least, you might find that you're traveling more to foreign places and connecting more with foreign people while transiting Jupiter is in your 12th house. If your ascendant or your moon sign sits in the sign of Leo, then this means transiting Jupiter is in your 11th house. And this is always a very pleasant experiences, because what you're going to love about the 11th house is considered the house of great gains. Therefore, it means money that will come to you in large sums, such as if you sell a house or a settlement, but some large sum of money that comes in one payment, not paycheck to paycheck. This is something that is great gains. The other thing the 11th house is friends, groups, and organizations. So you might find that you're going to be meeting a lot of new people, new associates, many of them, because Jupiter expands things. So you're going to be invited to many social affairs and events. Go. You never know who you're going to meet, because Jupiter in the 11th house can mean you could be meeting some very influential, powerful people that can help you in many ways, give you opportunities in the ways that you've been needing or desiring. So go to those social events. Don't turn any of them down. You never know who you're going to meet. And I promise you, you're going to meet some very interesting and very important people. Now, the 11th house is also the house of the eldest sibling. So if you have an older sibling, then you might find that this is the time that you'll spend more time together. There'll be a healing and just a better relationship than before. This is always welcome, to connect with family and people that we need to heal with, especially older siblings, if you know what I mean. So that's that. And yeah. So if your moon or your ascendant sit in sidereal Virgo, then this means Jupiter is transiting your 10th house. The 10th house is the house of your work, your career, your profession, your social standing, how you appear to the world. But more than anything, the 10th house is our purpose. And what you're going to find is you're going to find your purpose. Now, Jupiter will enter into sidereal Gemini May 14th, will continue to June of 2026. Within this time period, you will find that career opportunities blossom, grow, and if you're wanting your own business, now's the time to open up your own business. Be independent, be powerful, be confident. And if you work for another company, you will find that your status will elevate. You will be in a much more powerful position, and or your boss and you will get along famously. You're going to have great connections in your career and your profession, but most of all, you're going to have a sense of power and purpose. Because let me remind you, if you don't have a sense of purpose, your life will feel empty. So this is a point where you feel fulfillment and connection with others around your workplace, and your reputation will soar. People will look up to you and commend you for a job well done. If your moon or your ascendant sit in sidereal Libra, then this means Jupiter is going to be in your 9th house. And of course, this will occur around May 14th and continues onward through June of 2026. Now, Jupiter in the 9th house represents you're going to be traveling a whole lot more and to faraway places. And you may elevate your education. You might decide it's time to get that master's or that doctorate. Something about learning education from a much higher perspective. And furthermore, the 9th house is the house of truth, of spirituality. So you might be compelled to learn more about the truth, spiritual subjects, taking on a better understanding of spirituality and why we're here in that sense of the word. This is going to be of major importance to you. Long distance trips come, possibly even to learn more. This is the pursuit of learning and finding reality and truth. So furthermore, the 9th house is the house of teachers. So you might become the teacher, or you might find that you connect to a very special teacher that really leads you in the right direction, takes you under their arm and protects you and makes sure that you get the lessons and the learning that you quest for. This is the house of philosophy, spirituality. So your philosophy in life and your awareness changes and opens. Now, the 9th house is also in Vedic astrology, the house of the father. So therefore, this is a time of coming together and a closer connection with your father if he is so still alive. And even if he's not, you're going to find that there's going to be a better connection from the other side. In some way, you will think of him more often, and there will be a good sense of healing. Whether you had a great or a difficult relationship with your father, it's time for you to heal that within. So if your moon or your ascendant sit in sidereal Scorpio, this is a time of deep, profound healing, because Jupiter, when it goes into Gemini, which is May 14th through June of 2026, it will be in your 8th house. And the 8th house is so much like you anyway. Scorpios are deep, profound, detailed, going into the depths of psychological understanding, of inner work. This is the year that you do it. You get profoundly connected within and healing the past through going into probably some kind of therapy. This can be the time that you really connect and heal. But also, the 8th house deals with money through other people. And I do find that just about everyone that has Jupiter go through the 8th house comes into money through other people. And of course, unfortunately, this could be an inheritance. So money could come through an inheritance. That means someone may have to die, but not necessarily so at this point in time. Sometimes parents or family give us inheritance before they go, and that's a much nicer thing. But the other aspect is, if you've been waiting for some settlements, insurance policies, or any kind of insurance or policies, this would be the time that it would come about, that you would get, the money will come through you within that window of time. Another thing that the 8th house deals with is metaphysical sciences. This might be the time that you take that astrology class, or that class that develops your intuition, your psychic abilities. And this is the house that deals with research, science, getting to the core and the bottom of things. You will be learning vast things that take you to the depths of another world. This is the power of the 8th house. And one last thing, it could be the time that you could get a handle on any type of addictions, because this is the house that deals with surrender. If your moon or your ascendant sit in sidereal Sagittarius, then this is the time that Jupiter will be in your 7th house. And the 7th house is the house of marriage and serious relationships and partnerships. So this is what this is about. And as Jupiter comes into the sign of Gemini, it will be May 14th through June of 2026. While it is here, you have the opportunity to fall in love, get married, have serious relationships, and or a serious business partnership, coming together with others with a connection to really make things work. Furthermore, while Jupiter is here in your 7th house, you're going to find, if you are married and in a relationship, things will improve, get better, heal. You'll become closer, more connected, understand one another. This is a time of healing and greatness in relationships. And your partner might be doing something where they are really excelling in life. They have opportunities galore, and they are rising in status and success in opportunities in their life. So if your moon or your ascendant sits in Capricorn, then this means that Jupiter is in your sidereal 6th house. And the 6th house, by and large, deals with health and healing. With Jupiter here, you get healthier. You take on new health regimes, new practices that will make you stronger, healthier, feel better. This is your quest to get healthy during this time. And remember that Jupiter will be going into your 6th house when it goes into Gemini, May 14th through June of 2026. While it's here though, remember health and healing are going to be your major focus. But not only that, the 6th house deals specifically with our work ethic, our daily routines, what we do daily. And of course, this is the time that you exercise more, you eat better, all these things come together with health and healing. But around the workplace, work experiences improve. In other words, if you're in the workplace, your coworkers are more agreeable and helpful and benefit you. If you have a business, your employees are so much more helpful. It's a time to hire new employees because you'll get the best ones during the time that Jupiter is in your 6th house. And last but not least, the 6th house is the house of pets and animals. So if you want to adopt a new pet, this is the time to do so. You will get the best pet you can according to the stars. You will find that your pet's healthy. You get that special pet that you never forget. So if your ascendant or your moon sign sits in sidereal Aquarius, then this means transiting Jupiter will enter into your 5th house. And this, of course, takes place May 14th through June of 2026. While it's there, this opens your mind to new ideas. It really makes you more creative. And the 5th house can deal with entrepreneurship because it's about creating, and that's like creating new ideas for businesses and being more creative artistically. If you have artistic talents, this is the time that you will develop them more. Whether you're a musician, a writer, an artist, a painter, all of these things will exude more so. You will be more propelled into creating. And this is also a time when good luck comes to you. The 5th house is actually the house of Puva Punya, good life past credit that is due in this lifetime. Jupiter will enhance this opening for this. Now, the 5th house is also the house of opening our heart and even having fun, believe it or not. So this is a great time for opening your heart. This is a time of meeting people, courtship, falling in love, and going out and being social, going to sporting events, just going on dates, that kind of fun things. That's what I'm talking about. And last but not least, the 5th house is the house of children. Children are things that we create. So this is a great year for your kids. If you have children, they're going to excel. They're going to do better in school and sports and every activity that they have. You're going to find that they will receive accolades or maybe even get into the schools that they want if they're older. And or if you're wanting to have children, expand your family. This is the year that it could happen, that you could get pregnant, your wife get pregnant, just when it's time for you to expand and have children. And even if you don't have children, I promise you, with Jupiter being in your 5th house, you'll start thinking about having children. Do I want children? It will come up, I promise you. That's what the 5th house is all about. So if your ascendant or your moon sign sits in Pisces, then this means that Jupiter is going to be going into your 4th house when it goes into Gemini, and this will be May 14th through June of 2026. And while it's in the 4th house, you're thinking about moving, or you will move a new home. And usually, since it's Jupiter, Jupiter's expansive and big. That's exactly the kind of house that you could move into. One that gives you more room, gives you and even if the house isn't big, the surrounding area around it, you could have land. There's something big and spacious when Jupiter comes into the 4th house. Now, the 4th house is also the house that deals with family, and specifically your mother. So if your mother's still around, you're going to find that you'll have more meetups with your mom. You'll have more social events, family gatherings in the house. And if you feel like you're not going to move, then you might find that you renovate. There's something about your house that you're going to be, or your home environment that you're going to improve. Okay, maybe you move to a different place, but it's going to be a vast improvement when it comes to home, family, and if your mother's still around, family gatherings and getting closer to your mom. And even if she's not around, you will find that you'll be thinking more about your mother and healing any aspect that's left undone concerning your past, your home, and your family. Now, the fourth house is also the house that deals with a sense of security. And did you know the fourth house is the house of happiness? So with Jupiter here, you will feel happiness and a sense of security. I have to say, if you feel secure, you're happy. So that is number one, and a good place for Jupiter to be in the fourth house, because it deals with happiness and security. And one last thing. Did you know the fourth house rules vehicles, cars? So if you're in the market to buy a new car, this could be the year that you buy a good one. So that pretty much concludes all 12 signs of the zodiac, particularly the month of May, with Jupiter coming into your different houses according to your ascendant or your moon sign. Now, if this inspired you to learn astrology, do not forget, I have one of the best online schools you can join anytime. It's all self-paced. Join University of Vedic Astrology.com and become my student. Thank you.